Well, hi there folks, and welcome back to the BRO Reloading Bench. I am your host, Wade Rush, here on the Bubba Roundtree Outdoors channel. And if you guys didn't see the first video that I did here, we're working on the Ballistic Products MG-42 wad, loading up some buckshot rounds. It's looking real promising. If you didn't get to see the first video, I'm going to post a link right here, guys, where you can see it, and down in the description if you want to watch that one before we get into phase 2 right here. But we are continuing to work on this new MG-42 wad, developing some buckshot loads. Things are fixing to get hot and heavy. I tell you what, it is hot as Hades outside. I'll tell you that right now. Mid-90s here in the Midlands of South Carolina. We're going to be using the brand new Hornady lock and load powder dispenser. I picked one up a little while back, got it calibrated up, ready to go. We're going to be using the steel powder today. So load up 5 rounds. I'm going to explain a little bit more about that here in just a minute, guys. Let's get started. We're going to be loading up another 5 rounds today, and we're going to be using the brand new Ballistic Products Cheddite hull, Cheddite primer installed, once fired Fiocchi hull, a once fired Kent 3-inch Magnum hull. All these are 3-inch, and we're going to be loading up 2 of the Remington nitro hulls, one with a 14 pellet, one with a 16 pellet, and to see how this buckshot load works out. Alright guys, let's get them put together. Okay, with our steel powder, we want to enter a target weight of 35 grains. So we need 350 to get past the decimal and hit enter to lock it into our target weight, and dispense to start the powder. We're working at normal speed right now, and we'll see if that'll work out okay. Alright. Okay. Let me grab my funnel here. I got me a little funnel right here whenever I'm having to use something like this. Dump our 35 grains of steel. I'm not going to set the pan back on it because it's set on auto. If I do, it's going to dispense the next charge. I'll make sure that I've got all I got that I need in here. Get the MG-42, the new MG-42 wad from Ballistic Products. It's that bad boy right there. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and let this get started now while I'm finishing this up. Seat the wad back down in here on the powder. And I'm going to get 14 .32 caliber. .32 caliber enamel coated single aught in here by 2s. The great thing about the new MG-42 wad is it does not have a concave bottom where we have to put a wad in the base, a nitro card, 20 gauge nitro card in the base of the wad. That's awesome. That's one more component that we don't have to put in there. Alright, now I'm going to cover this. I'm going to cover this with the 47 47 buffer because I'm out of the original. So we're using 47. It's in the purple can. Alright. Just going to cover it up. That's the new Ballistic Products Crown crimp starter. Like I said, with the new ones, sometimes I hit them a couple of times. Old machine. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. I'm going to note this one, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Alright, we're going to do the same with one of the Remington holes here. And just for basic comparison here, since the brand new hole has got the Chidite primers in it, I'm going to use Chidite primers in all 5 of these holes. Even though I have the old 600 Junior set up for 20 gauge, it will still prime. Alright, now we got this one ready to go. 35 grains of steel. And we're going to let it do its thing while I'm finishing up here. MG-42 wide. $14 pellets, 32 cal single alt, same stuff, enamel coated, and 14. That one worked right also. That's good. And 14 right there to the top of the crimp. Number 47 buffer, that's the multicolored stuff out of the purple can. I just covered the pellets. That started good. Love the Remington hulls. Boy, they sure load up pretty. Alright, I'm going to note this, and then we'll get the next Remington hull, and we'll put a 16 pellet 31 cal in the next Remington hull. So whenever we go down the range to shoot them, we'll see how that works out for us. Alright guys, stand by. We're going to do a number 1 load in a, this is going to kind of be like a bonus round, since we shot a number 1 the last time. We're shooting 1 extra hull, the Kent, that we didn't shoot the last time, and so I'm going to put a 18 pellet number 1 load together here in the once fired 3-inch Fiocchi hull. But we're not going to shoot 35 grains of steel, we're going to shoot 34 grains of steel. So we're going to set our target weight here at 34 grains, and we're going to hit enter, and that's going to set it at our target weight. And then when we hit dispense, Looks like she landed right on 34 grains. Since this is the last one, I'm not going to set it back on there. I'll recharge it again. I'm going to get us an MG-42 wide pressed in here. Alright, and we're going to grab 18 number 1 pellet. These are just my hard cast A-LOX graphite. Basic as it gets. Stacked in here by 2s. We'll put 18. 18 number 1 pellets in here stacked by 2s, and we're going to cover this one just like the other ones with the number 47 buffer. I'm using 47 because I'm out of the original, and they work equally well for us. All the testing we've been doing here. That's a beauty. Alright, that's the 18 number 1s. Okay guys, there's nothing left to do now but to head on down to the range and let's see how they work out. Stand by. Well, hello there kind folks. This is Wade Rush. I host the BRO channel, and welcome to the part you've all been waiting for when we get down here to the range and show you how all these buckshot that we've been loading up here, how they perform down here at the range. We are still at 60 meters or just over 65 yards. Rachel is, let me see, give you a perspective here from the bench. We're stretching it a little bit here. It just beyond the oak tree there is 50 meters. We have backed on up another 10 to 60 meters, and there's Rachel down there at the getting the targets set up for us, getting the camera and getting the targets and all that all set up for us here so we can start shooting. So anyway, guys, we're going to light into using the our testing the rounds with the steel powder, which would be, this is going to be episode 2 in testing the new MG-42 wad. Stand by guys, we're fixing to start shooting. Today we're not going to be squeezing these new wads as much. Instead of shooting out of the kicks extra full, we're going to be shooting out of the kicks standard full. Today's range test, guys, we are shooting the black gun, Stoeger M3000, topped with the True Glow Triton optic. And today we are shooting through the kicks buck kicker, 28-inch barrel. Alright guys, first shot is going to be out of the Kent hull. It's got a Chidite primer. We got 16 31 cal single aught in it. Of course, the new MG-42 wad, 35 grains of Alliant Steel powder, and the number 47 Ballistic Products buffer for shot number 1. Okay, we're good to go. All right, we got a nice bright dot. Let's see what happens here. Basically felt just like the IMR powder. Okay, dang, what a pattern. I am tickled to death with that. We got a, just looking, it looked like we had a double hit on the bull. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 16. And the target is 26 inches across. We got 26 inches across the cardboard right here. And a double hit into bull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 16. And that's not the super full, that's out of the kicks standard full. Awesome, let's go on to shot number 2. Okay, shot number 2, brand new Chidite hull from Ballistic Products with the Chidite primer installed. We have 14 32 cal enamel coated single aught. The MG-42 wad, 35 grains of steel powder, and number 47 buffer for shot number 2. Good to go. All right. All right, here we go. Boy, that felt good. All right, that 32 cal, I'll tell you what, that new Chadite hull, brand new stuff, does really, really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 14 right here. Like I said, this is 26 inches diameter across this target. And we've got 10, was that what it was, honey? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 32 cal single alt right here. All of that, if this would have been a deer, all of those pellets would have been in that animal. That is impressive. Now, yeah, we are at over 65 yards, 60 meters. And for shot number 3, we've got the once fired Fiocchi 3-inch hole, Chadite primer. This one has 34 grains of steel because we've got 18 number 1 pellets in this one, so we just put 34 grains of steel, pushing 18 number 1 pellets. Of course, the MG-42 wide, and a number 47 Ballistic Products buffer. Ready to go, Dawn? Boy, that had a little smack. Okay guys, I held the dot right here. Is curious if that hotter powder was throwing it a little bit higher, but it is right on the money. I mean, look at that, right across the center of the paper. All that would have been in an animal too. How many you say we got here, honey? We got 1 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 18. And the dot was right here and right across the center of the paper. That is awesome. All right, let's go on to the next shot. Shot number 4, we've got a Remington Nitro. 3-inch hole, Chadite primer. 14 32 caliber single alt enamel coated, 35 grains of steel. Of course, the MG-42 wide from Ballistic Products and the Ballistic Products number 47 buffer. All right, here we go. Felt good. Well, there you go, guys. There's our best combination so far. That was the Remington Nitro hull with the 14 32 cal out of the Kicks standard full, not the super full. It did better out of the standard full with this new wide. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I can cover with my hand right here in the center of the paper. And this is at 60 meters or just over 65 yards. That's impressive. All right, shot number 5. Once again, the Remington Nitro hull, Chadite primer. We've got 16 31 cal, my 31 cal hard cast, 35 grains of steel powder, the MG-42 wide, and the Ballistic Products number 47 buffer. Let's see how the 16 pellet follows up like that awesome pattern with the 14 pellet enamel coated. Earplugs. All right, here we go. Just like the other ones, 1333. All right, this is the kind of pattern that Captain Buster loves right here. That's why he loves these 31 cal single alt. It's almost from one side of the paper to the other, 26 inches, and anything in here is dead, has been hit. We got a double hit up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 16, and it's from one side to the other is 26 inches across here, -2 -2, 22 inches from here to the bottom. Probably 20 by 22 inches. All 12 of these pellets are in here. That's a double hit. That's a double hit. So it was 13 pellets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We hit it with 13. That's a double hit right there. 13 of 16. That is a great pattern. Now, and at 65 yards. All right, guys, we ended up with 6 shots with the steel powder. 3-inch Fiocchi. Once fired hull Chidite primer. 35 grains of steel. 16 31 caliber single alt in this one. MG-42 wad and the number 47 Ballistic Products buffer. Alrighty, here we go. $13.34. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to adjust the optic a click or two to the right. It's shooting a little bit left. I was holding dead center here. Center of the pattern looks good, but everything's just a little bit left. I've been noticing that. I mean, just a little bit left. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of 16. That looks good. We get that adjusted and that more toward the center of the paper. That is excellent. Absolutely excellent. Definitely a dead animal. Wasn't a bad test today with the steel powder and the MG-42 wad Chidite primer. 4 different holes, 4 or 5 different holes. Not sure, we'll go back over that, but there were several different holes. Not a bad test in the lot. That was awesome, wasn't it, folks? It wasn't a bad test in the lot with the steel powder. Very impressed with that. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode. Rachel and I had a really good time bringing it to you guys. Stand by for next week's episode. We're going to be covering the 800X powder. This is Wade Rush and Rachel Rush with the BRO channel. We will be back with another one soon, guys. Bye-bye.